Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a quick look over Multivac and do a little bit of price analysis. It's been a few weeks since we had a look at the asset, and in reality not much has gone on since that last video, but we'll just have a look at some levels below and above which we could probably use to either buy or take profit. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you hit that like button, that you are subscribed. Just firstly, we'll just jump to Bitcoin, and we've had a nice rally so far over the course of the last, what would you call that, the last week really. If we just look at this on the higher time frames of weekly, I've got this yellow trend line marked on, which I've pretty much used quite a few times. If you look here, the start of the trend back in January, that's a year ago. We've had several wicks pretty much right onto that period, and as well you can put one at the top, and we are kind of in a channel now with this lower level of support here, resistance, so who knows, I mean we could have a nice bounce soon and start pushing to the upside. I mean we've had a major move here, resistance, support, resistance, support. What's to say we're not going to go back up and test a new level of resistance? So that's something that could potentially play out. Most of crypto Twitter and the rest of everybody involved in crypto thinks we're going to go down and test this 20k wick. But I'm a little bit on the other fence. I'm still feeling bullish. I mean, look at that. We've had a pullback, boys. It's not been the best, but you just got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? When we was here, every man and his dog was saying, that's it. We've cut some new all-time highs at 42k. We're going to dump to 20k. Exactly the same here. And the exact same here. There's actually a lot of fear in the air at a minute. I think, like I say, most of crypto Twitter is full on bearish, and I'm just on the side of caution. I'm still in assets, some positive, some negative, but long term you'll be good. But short term, just be wary of that. We obviously could come back down and retest these wicks down here at 28k. Personally, I think we're going to push on, but who knows? But that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. If we do rally and start pushing up to that 42k region, it's going to be good for altcoins. And looking at Multivac here on the higher time frames, I've got a couple of levels marked up which we're not going to see for quite a while, to be honest, those ones, and we'll get rid of that. So the last few weekly candles have been a little bit subdued, haven't we? I mean, we've got these two candles here which are not the best. Last week's was pretty much mid-ground. We saw some decent selling pressure once we got to 0.0078, and then we got some decent buying pressure down there. So we're not too bad. We are still below this moving average 200, and the RSI is down at around 41 on the weekly time frame. Dropping to the daily, this is where we're going to do most of the analysis. What we need to do is get back above this daily moving average 200, which is up at 1.2 cent. Quite a way off yet. If we look at this in terms of a price range from current prices up to there, we need another times 2 from here. So you're talking 100% move to get close back to that. But you know, with crypto, things can quickly change overnight. I don't think there's much more room to go to beyond to the bottom. We are setting a nice level of support. If you look at all these, we'll just put a horizontal ray on here. If you look at the bottom of all this move here, as you can see, we use it as support a lot with resistance here. We got a few candles through it, but then it was resistance, support, and then bang. We've been using this area support nicely, and personally, I do not see us dropping in lower than that. We might get a few wicks, like if you've seen down here to 0.0057. I think that's a possibility. But if you zoom in, look at all these bounces off this area. It's just a key clinical area where either whales are loading it up or people are just thinking, right, that's an area we want to buy. So that's pretty much 0.0063. If you're looking to buy some Multivac, that's where I'd place some orders. I mean, this chop could go on forever. We could just keep bouncing up and down here for a few months before we do start to see a upside. If we did see some downside, let's just have a look at some areas we could target below. I mean, you've got these wicks here. If you look at these, 1, 2, 3, support here. We'll put a band on this. So if you look here, these 3 wicks, all those wicks there, resistance wick here, and then a support wick. That's an area, if Bitcoin did start to drop down to those 20k regions that people keep saying, ultimately the rest of the market is going to follow it down. So I'd be buying here, and I would be dollar cost averaging down to this region down here, about 0.0048. I think it's a decent area where you could potentially load up. Again, the RSI on the daily time frame is down at 40, so it's fairly low. There's still room to go below, to be honest, and we've not been down that low actually for a while. I think last time we've been down here December 2020, and then we've had 2 good bounces from here and here on the 9th of Jan. So as you can see, when the RSI was getting close to oversold territory, we had a good bounce, and then when it started pushing up, we got a good sell off as well. But that's the areas I would buy. So there, 0.0063 down to that 0.0049 area. Levels we need to consider to take profit. We've got this region here where we double tapped previously, which is close to this wick here. So I would be considering taking profit there at 0.0078. We'll mark that area up as well. Look at those two tops there. And then that wick hit the exact same area. So it does show that it's a clear and concise area of liquidity. So that's first area of sale, 0.0078. And then we've got these two wicks here, which line up nicely with all these tops here at 0.11. So that's talking around 1 cent. And then we're going up towards this 200. For any major bullish price action, or if you're looking to buy spot, what I'd do, maybe wait until the bulls return and we get back above that 200. It's completely up to you. So you can buy down here, buy when others are fearful, or you can wait for us to get back above that 200, and then hopefully after that the market will start to get back above support and then start building some nice structure, creating some areas to support on the way up and start pushing up and get back up towards these levels, which we are dying to see up at that 2.7 cent region. This asset, it will grow up to that at some stage, as long as Bitcoin starts to pick itself up over the course of the next few weeks. So that's some areas to buy and some areas to sell. These areas to sell up are going to be wild, but if you're looking to accumulate, this is the first major area, 0.0078. I'd be personally looking to take some profit there, maybe just 5 to 10% of your bag, either in order to buy back in if it does drop, or just to spend it on a bit of life or invest in something else. So that's that pair covered. If we just take a quick look at, I'm not sure if I've got any, let's have a look, MTV and the BTC pairing. There's not going to be much volume on this, to be honest, but we'll have a quick look at it. Currently sat at 179 Satoshis. I've got this area, actually, I think last time we did some analysis, I was looking for a rejection off the 200, and that's what happened. We'll come back down, and we nearly filled some orders down here. If you are looking to buy some Multivac in Satoshis, I would look to start laddering them in from around 141 sats, and I'd ladder them all the way down to here. It was market area up as well. Clear, confluent area here. It was a nice area we built up support. Hit it here, so it does show that's a clear area where it is liquidity. So if you're looking for buys, ladder them down from 140 all the way down to 78, 77 Satoshis. I think that will happen. I think when Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does go on a rally at some stage, whether that's tomorrow or in 6 months' time, altcoins and Satoshi pairs usually start to dwindle, so you're probably looking to get some orders filled down in this area. And I think I will too. Once, if Bitcoin does go on a rally shortly, I'll be looking to use some of that profits and buy back in him. 77 sats is quite a juicy number. RSI around mid-ground, so we can either got plenty of room up to either side to start moving. But that's going to do it. That's just some analysis. I mean, if you want to look to sell, to accumulate, then that area there as well, 200, nice on a weaker level of resistance at 250 sats. So if we do start pushing up here, take some profit there at 250 Satoshis. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Just some analysis, areas to buy and areas to sell on Multivac. Let's cross everything. Hope that the market does start pushing up soon and we regain some bullish price action, because for the last 82 days of bearish price action has not been the most enjoyable. That's going to do it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button and I'll catch you next time.